A young woman recently shared footage on social media that has viewers questioning what they're seeing. According to her, her uncle lives in a care home and the caretakers there have been experiencing something they can't explain. They believe the care home is haunted by a spirit, perhaps the ghost of someone who passed away there, or maybe a supernatural entity attached to one of the residents. One night, one of the caretakers is working the late shift. Long after all the residents have gone to bed, the building is quiet. But then something happens that leaves the caretaker shaken. The young woman and her family can't explain what the camera caught. Her father thinks it could be the ghost of her grandfather, who may have passed away in the same care home, but the young woman isn't so sure. She says the paranormal activity seems to be too aggressive to be her grandfather. But what do you think is going on here? Let me know down below. Jules Alexis is a mortician who runs a funeral home with her family. She posts content on social media, answering questions and offering information for people curious about what happens in funeral homes. But in one particular video, recorded late at night inside the funeral home, something unexpected happens.
Hey you guys, we haven't made a video in a little while, so I just wanted to come on and kind of refresh everybody with just a little mortician tip here. I don't know if everybody's aware. Sometimes they're not aware that in order for the clothing to really fit properly, say it's too big, too small, we have to cut the back of the clothing in order to place it on your loved one. So sometimes if families request the favorite shirt back, or their favorite set of whatever they have on, it will be cut. It's very rare, unless the clothing is perfectly fitted to that person, that the director won't have to cut it. I've worked in several funeral homes where they don't cut it, and it... Is anybody here?
No, what is here?
Here.
Time to go.
What?
Time to go.
We're the only ones here. I have to go look.
There's always when you videotape.
Okay, let's go. We're going.
As Alexis is speaking to the camera, a loud noise interrupts her. It sounds like a shout, coming from somewhere inside the building. Her son, standing behind her, confirms there's no one else there. Then they hear a loud bang. Alexis and her son look creeped out, but she later explains that strange things like this happen often at the funeral home. It's gotten to the point where she and her family genuinely believe their funeral home is haunted. So, did Jules Alexis accidentally capture paranormal activity inside her funeral home? Drop a comment and let me know what you think.
I've worked in several funeral homes where they don't cut it, and it...
Rafael Ferper is an urban explorer from Brazil who runs a YouTube channel dedicated to investigating abandoned places. He's explored countless haunted locations and records everything he encounters. But after one particular exploration of an abandoned house, Rafael started to believe something followed him home. Convinced a ghost had attached itself to him, he installed a security camera in his home, hoping to capture evidence of the paranormal activity. One night, when no one is home, the camera records something that leaves him convinced he's dealing with something supernatural. fridge door suddenly swings open, all on its own. Then the gas hob turns on and a chair slides across the floor as if pushed by something we can't see. But scariest of all, something that sort of resembles a figure moves quickly across the room. Raphael believes he's captured real ghost footage, evidence of a poltergeist haunting his home. He thinks a spirit followed him back from the abandoned house and now is playing tricks on him. The Tell Me Your Ghost Story podcast features haunting accounts of paranormal encounters from listeners around the world. Followers of the podcast can submit their own stories, clips, and images of unexplained phenomena. A recent episode featured something that has left viewers genuinely spooked. According to the storyteller, years ago, her two daughters were playing together in the bathroom of their family home. The house is over 135 years old, and the family has experienced strange things there before. But this was the first time they caught something paranormal on camera. The mother was lying in bed and decided to snap a quick photo of her daughters playing. At the time, nothing seemed unusual. But later, when she posted the image to her Instagram stories, her sister noticed something disturbing.
They said, years ago, my daughters were playing in the bathroom. I was laying in my bed and I snapped this photo. I posted it to my Instagram stories and my sister replied, "Who is that old woman in the photo?" I zoomed in and saw her. She is definitely not my daughter. We live in a 135-year-old house, so we have crazy things happen all the time, but this was the first time we caught it on camera.
The photo shows the two girls standing in front of the bathroom mirror, but reflected back in the glass is the face of an elderly woman. The mother says no one else was in the house that day, just her and her two daughters. The face in the mirror remains a mystery, clear enough to be unmistakable, yet impossible to identify. But this photograph may have captured the clearest evidence yet that they're not alone. Carolina Case Files is a YouTube channel dedicated to investigating unexplained events across the Carolinas in the USA. They conduct interviews, research local legends, and document mysterious phenomena. Recently, an anonymous person submitted night vision security camera footage. All the channel owners know is that it was captured in Deep Run, North Carolina. Pale, almost skeletal figure crawls past the camera, moving on all fours. Could this be one of the cryptids North Carolina is famous for? In the video's comments, people from North Carolina claim they've seen the exact same pale figure themselves. Some say it's a, quote, rake, and some say it's a crawler. The Carolina Case Files team continues to investigate, hoping the anonymous sender will come forward with more information. But for now, all they have is this chilling footage and the unsettling possibility that something truly unexplained is lurking in the woods of Deep Run. A young man decided to go camping alone. He was deep in the wilderness, far from civilization. He was recording himself cooking a meal over his stove when he accidentally caught something creepy on camera. Something that looks like a pale face with dark sunken eyes peeks into the tent from outside. It quickly disappears from view as if it knows the man saw it. The man tries not to panic and slowly steps outside the tent, looking around in the darkness, but there's nothing there. When he posted the footage online, viewers were divided. Some think it's something paranormal, perhaps a spirit that roams the wilderness. Others believe it could be the ghost of a relative who passed away checking in on him. But what's your verdict? And just who or what is this? Is it a ghost or something else? Let me know. Talwanti519 is a young mom from Florida who usually posts light-hearted content about her daily life, but behind the scenes, she's been dealing with something that's been freaking her out. Her son, who recently turned 1, has been acting strange. He's only just started talking and doesn't say much yet, but Tally keeps hearing him talking in his room when he's supposed to be alone. Every time she checks on him, he goes quiet. At first, she thought it was odd, but figured her son was just playing. She wondered if maybe he had an imaginary friend. But then one day, the baby monitor in his room captures something Tally can't explain. Something moves in the bottom right corner of the screen. Tally says there are no pets and no other children in the house. It's supposed to be just her and her son. So what is this? Is this what her son has been talking to all those times when she thought he was alone? The thought terrifies her, but she can't deny what the baby monitor caught. Whatever it is, it's in her son's room, and he seems to interact with it like it's a friend. A group of friends recently went on a field trip in Indonesia. They were hiking in a remote forested area. During a break, the friends gathered together for a group photo. One of the teachers snapped the picture and they continued with their day. But when they returned to school and the teacher reviewed the photos, they noticed something disturbing in the background. A figure can be seen perched in the tree high above the students, but no one was in that tree when the photo was taken. The teacher started looking into where the photo was taken and discovered something chilling. The land they'd been standing on was an ancient burial ground. When the students saw the photo, they became convinced the figure is a pocong. In Indonesian folklore, a pocong is the ghost of a person still wrapped in their burial shroud, trapped between worlds. They're unable to move on until the shroud is untied. So, did these kids inadvertently come across a pocong while on their school trip? The teacher seems to think so. Back in 2021, Danny Lee from Kent in the UK started hearing strange noises outside his home at night. Every time he checked, there was nothing there, but the noises kept coming back. He asked his neighbours if they'd heard anything, and several confirmed they had, but none of them had ever seen anything that could explain it. Determined to figure out what was happening, Danny installed a security camera pointing towards the street, and one night, it captured something he wasn't expecting. Something appears in the middle of the quiet street. Danny believes it could be aliens, that the white misty object is some kind of UFO, but when he showed the footage to his neighbours, they weren't so sure. Many think it looks more like a ghost. For now, the debate continues, and the strange noises haven't stopped. Whatever was caught on Danny's security camera that night is apparently still out there. An older couple who live in Alabama on the edge of the Appalachian Mountains recently installed several security cameras around their property. They thought coyotes had been coming onto their land to hunt their chickens. One night, in the middle of January, the couple hears their rooster, quote, going nuts. Then their security alarms start going off. The alarms wouldn't go off because of a coyote, only something big could trigger them. The wife quickly opens the security camera feed on her computer, and she's horrified by what she sees.
What is that?
It's probably that coyote.
Right there. What the heck?
Is that that kind of look?
No.
That's not a coyote. That's a person.
Where's the dog?
Wow.
Well, you better go now.
What the
So it came back. What the hell? But you see where it's standing?
Yeah, it's looking in the window at you.
It's at our window. What?
It's a good way to get shot in the face.
Oh my God.
What is that?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
A pale figure can be seen moving around the property. The figure is captured multiple times by different cameras positioned around their property. At one point, the figure walks directly up to the house and stares into a window for several seconds. Then, the security camera shifts and the figure seems to get spooked, running off into the darkness. The creepiest thing is, the property is extremely remote and surrounded by dense woods. There are no nearby roads, towns, or even houses. There's no logical reason for anyone to be out there, especially not in the middle of the night in the depths of winter. The couple had no idea how to explain the footage from their security camera, so they posted it online, hoping to get some answers. Many viewers commented that the figure could be someone under the influence, but then more unsettling theories emerged. Because the property sits along the Appalachian region of the Cumberland Plateau, viewers began connecting the footage to local folklore and cryptid legends. Many believe that whatever this is just that, a cryptid that lurks in the Appalachian Mountains. But what do you think? Thanks so much for watching. If you're up for more scary videos, check out one of these next. You're gonna love them. Oh, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.